What is up, my Keybays? My name is Kiana, or welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be finally giving you all a postpartum update. I have not done one on my channel since I had the baby, and that is for the simple fact that it took me a while to accept how my body looks postpartum. Everyone's body reacts differently after pregnancy, and some people get skinny a week after having a baby and some people don't. And it took me a minute to accept that and accept the fact that I'm normal, there's nothing wrong with me, and just because my body didn't snap back super quick just like everybody else's did does not make me any different from any other mother. That's just the part. I've always had self-esteem and confidence issues, but I'm getting so much better. If you follow me on Instagram, I'm sure you guys can see that I've been able to embrace myself a lot more. Growing up, I always had a hard time, accepting my body, accepting how I look, but I'm really starting to accept it more. So I know y'all probably have seen my body on Instagram, but I don't think I've ever showed y'all like what my stomach really looks like underneath all the tight clothes, because it's not really the same as how y'all see it when I have all these clothes on, because usually if I take a picture, not even gonna lie to y'all, I be sucking my stomach in like crazy, baby. I be sucking it in, but we all do, and there ain't no shame in it. So don't come for me, because I will be quick to come back for you, because we all know we have done it before. But basically today I'm going to be talking about my body changes, my periods, my attitude, my postpartum depression, just how overall being a mom has been 11 months into being a mom. Summer is currently 10 months, but she will be 11 months in 2 days, so basically she's 11 months, but she's about to be 1. She is really about to be 1. She's about to be 12 months, y'all. July 9th, save the date. That is a month from now, and I'm super excited because I'm gonna cry. I already know I'm gonna cry, because it feels like just yesterday I was in the hospital with her. It feels like just yesterday I was pregnant with her, and now she's about to be 1. Like, I'm really about to have a 1-year-old. That's crazy to me. I'm extremely young, and it's still so surreal because it all happened so fast. But it happened, and we're here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and jump into the video. So basically the first thing we're going to be talking about is my postpartum depression. And if you guys have been on my channel for a long time, you guys know that postpartum depression really did me dirty in the beginning of my postpartum experience. I did take a trip to the mental hospital. Every time I say that, people judge me, and I've gotten into like incidents of people where they quick to bring up the fact I've been in the mental hospital, when honestly the mental hospital does not make me crazy or psycho. It's basically it actually, no, it not basically wasn't anything. It's the simple fact that I needed mental help. I needed to get myself together for my child. That's the reason why I went. I only went to the mental hospital because I needed to get myself together for my child's sake. I wasn't in a good mental state, and I had some suicidal thoughts, and they were not okay because my daughter needs me, and it was my responsibility to get myself together. So I made the choice to go to the mental hospital. Anybody that has anything bad or poor to say about that, honestly, that's on you. Everybody goes through things in their life, and I don't wish poor things on anybody, but just acknowledge that everybody goes through things in life. Everybody, no matter how bad the incident is, everybody goes through something, and we should start normalizing mental health a little bit more, because people do not understand. There are resources out there to help you that don't make you crazy. I don't think I'm crazy for going to the mental hospital. Other people do. That's just my opinion, and that's just your opinion, and I accept that. I'm completely fine with that. Summer is actually next to me sleep, y'all, so if y'all hear snoring, that's why. I'll be sure to insert pictures in here so y'all can see her. She is not really in a lot of my sit-down videos, just because usually she's gone with her father or asleep, but that's just how it is. That's the only time I have time to film sit-down videos, is when she's asleep or gone. So my postpartum depression has gotten a lot better. It gets me at times because it just, I don't know, postpartum depression, it just kind of goes in and out, in my opinion. I wouldn't say that it's something that just, comes and goes. Like, it always lingers with me, because like I said, my postpartum depression was so bad at first. I was just so anxious. I had horrible anxiety, and I had suicidal thoughts, which is never okay. And Summer is definitely getting in a crybaby phase, and it does stress me out. I like, my body will just tingle, and I'll get tense, because that's how I know when I get stressed out, is that my body just starts to feel weird, and I just feel like I'm about to break down crying. Every time Summer is crying and I can't get her to stop crying, I just feel like I'm gonna break down, which is completely normal I'm pretty sure all our moms have those moments. I have them a little bit more than other people might. I even experience in my own household. My mom has her moments because my mom also has a 1-year-old who's about to be 2 in July as well. So our house is pretty full. So I'm pretty sure it would kind of be a little bit hard to avoid the postpartum because there's so many little kids right now. Next thing we're going to be talking about is Summer's development. Summer is developing a little bit slow. It's nothing that I should be alarmed about yet unless it doesn't improve, but it's definitely improving. The past few months we have not been able to get Summer to eat baby food or any food period, but the past few weeks she has been gradually eating more. She even ate a little baby TV cookie today, which I was so proud of her. Like, she finally ate something for real and enjoyed it. She usually does not like food. She'll lock her lips and push it away. She will not eat, and it bothers me sometimes because she gets really hungry easily because that milk isn't, filling up her stomach like food and the milk would, like a baby usually should eat. And she gets hungry. She gets hungry a lot easier. We have to give her a lot more bottles. I have to clean the bottles more frequently. I have to get a lot more baby milk, and it really bothers me. I'm on WIC, so I don't get that many cans as it is because I'm supposed to be feeding her baby food, but it's hard when your baby isn't eating the food and you have to constantly give the baby milk. But she's getting better. I really tried. I'm starting to think that maybe we should just scratch the baby food off the list and just give her real food for now on because she does not want that baby food, period. She doesn't eat it. She will not eat it at all. She'll eat regular food sometimes, but it's not all the time. It's very rare for her to eat anything, period. But as long as she's drinking bottles, I think she's okay for now. We're getting somewhere, which is good. With the crawling, it also took her a little while to start crawling, but now she is crawling. She crawls backwards on the ground, but when she's in my bed, she crawls forward. I don't know what the difference is between the carpet and my bed, but she doesn't like crawling on the carpet. She only likes crawling on the bed, but she definitely is crawling, and before we know it, she's gonna be walking because she's already starting to pull up on stuff. She's constantly pulling up on my legs. Like if I'm laying in the bed, she pulls up on my legs and stands up. She's constantly doing that, so she's definitely gonna be walking before we know it, y'all. Walking and crawling is checked off the list because my baby, she got that done almost. And then we're gonna talk about talking. Summer does say mama, dada, and she is a talker. She loves to scream. She has been a screamer since the second she came out the womb, but now she's just even more vocal. Like before, she would just scream like she was getting attacked, like literally. But now she's kind of, mumbling stuff more. Like she's like, mama, 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 da, 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 and why, and she's really loud. But before, it was just, and it was crazy. But she's starting to say actual words now, which is good. So the next thing that we're going to be talking about is my period. So I'm actually on birth control right now. I've been on birth control since, I think, after 3 weeks I had the baby. I got on birth control. I've never been on birth control before. So half the time I be going through stuff with my birth control, I be very freaking alarmed because I be confused because, like, why is my body reacting this way, this and that? And it's alarming. It's definitely alarming. But, Google always has my back. I always Google it and it's always normal. So I'm actually on the rod that goes in your arm. It's surgically put into your arm. They poke a hole in your arm and they slide the rod in, and it's all bruised up for weeks, and it's, actually, it was very painful to get in, but it's a good contraception method. It has not made me gain weight that I know of. I have been gaining a little bit of weight. That's also something I have to talk about, is my weight gain. I do not think my weight gain is from my birth control. I think it's just because my appetite is a lot bigger, but I will go back to talk about that in a minute. I will be doing a video on my next one because there's a lot of things that go into it. I will be doing a video on that, all about how my experience has been. I do have a period. It's very off and on. I have it sometimes. Actually, when I first got on birth control, I didn't have a period for months. But now I'm currently on my period, which sucks because it's heavy and it's bothersome. I don't like it. But I will be making a video on that because there's a lot of things that do go into that. But when I did give birth, I did have a pretty long period. My period did last a pretty long time. It was a lot of spotting towards the end. I think I was on my period for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then I spotted for like a whole month, and it was really annoying, but I finally had got through it, and I was so freaking grateful that I finally got through that phase of my body. But enough of that period talk. Period. We're gonna be talking about my weight gain. So my appetite was literally, I didn't have an appetite for the longest. After I gave birth, I did not eat at all, and I could not eat for months. Like literally, I think until like maybe Summer was like 8 months, I didn't have an appetite. It sucked because I was losing a lot of weight really fast, and it bothered my mom that I wasn't eating, which I feel like I had most to do with my mental state, because when you're, you know, not doing the best mentally, it can decrease your appetite. And I was depressed, so of course I didn't have much of an appetite as it was, but it did bother my mom, and my appetite is a lot better now, probably way better than it should be, because I'm gaining a lot of weight. And I don't know, I want to start dieting, but I just love the stuff I be eating. Like, I think I'm truly fat now because, I don't know, the thought of me not eating all this food I be eating kind of bothers me a little bit. Not even okay. I'm just playing, y'all. I'm gonna figure my life out. I'm not gonna get fat. We're not gonna get that fat. We might get a little chunky like we already are right now, but we're not gonna get that fat. But before I gave birth to Summer, before I got pregnant, I was actually, I think, 130. Then at the end of my pregnancy, I was 172, and now I am 147. I haven't gained that much weight now. Okay, y'all probably gonna look at me when I'm crazy when I compare my weight, like when I didn't have an appetite, to my weight now. But it bothers me just because I wanted to go lower than what I'm at right now. And so back when I had no appetite, I only weighed 145, and now I weigh 147, which the only reason why it bothers me is because I was planning on going down, and I thought I was. I just hadn't checked my weight in a really long time. But it's also a noticeable weight. Like, I don't know, I could notice myself getting a lot chunkier. My mom can too. Every day my mom's like, you know, you're gaining weight. And I'm just like, I know, Mama, I know. Besides what the scale says, I'm gaining weight and I'm getting a little chunky. But I'm gonna figure that part out when I get too chunky is when I'll feel alarmed to make some stuff happen. And now we're gonna talk about what my body looks like. I'll be inserting videos and pictures of my body because I'm actually sitting in my bed filming this video, so it's gonna be a little hard for me to stand up and show y'all. But my body, I'm a little bit pleased with it. I'm not the biggest fan of my body. Before I gave birth, I had a bubble butt, and I don't have a butt at all anymore, which bothers me because people always talk about how I have no booty when I did have one. And then I pushed the baby out my cooch, and the butt was gone. My mom said that that's normal. Even my dad told me, like, it's normal to lose your butt after having a baby. One thing, I don't have a butt no more, and I wish I did, because people have came on my Instagram page just bashing me for my booty. Like, for what? Why are you looking at it anyway? I've never had hips my whole life, so I can't even sit here and say that I don't have hips now because I've never had hips. But that's also something that I want to have in the future, is hips, because I have hip dips and they bother me a lot. They have always bothered me my whole entire life. And if I could get a gym membership, I'm planning on getting a gym membership when I turn 16 because that's the legal age I can go without having a parent where I live. But I will be getting me a gym membership because I really do want to get some hips. And I'm gonna look up some exercises to give me some hips, baby, and we're gonna get some. I'm not the type of girl who wants abs. I still want to be a little chunky. I don't want to be skinny, but I just don't want to have hip dips no more. Like, I have big breasts, so I just feel like me being skinny wouldn't go with my body, so that's why I don't want to be skinny. But there we go. That's the hip conversation. Now we're gonna talk about the stomach. So my stomach has not went down a whole lot. I mean, yeah, it has went down, but of course it went down because y'all know I was huge when I gave birth. I'm gonna insert a picture. And basically what I'm saying is, when I was like in the hospital, my stomach was like really pointy. And the only thing that's changed from when I was the only thing that has changed from the day I gave birth and now is that my stomach isn't pointy anymore. It went down a little bit, but it hasn't went down that much. I still have, you know, a big bloated tummy, and I would love my postpartum. A lot of people tell me that it'll end up going away eventually, but I'm at the point where I'm kind of like, I'm going to have to work out for it to go away because it's really not going away, and it has not went away so far, so I don't see why it will later. But for those who don't know, I did have a surgery. And I'm trying to think, when was that? That was May. I had a surgery. No, what am I saying May for? I meant March. I had a surgery in March, and I'm fully recovered from that. It was I got my gallbladder removed, which was also a result of my pregnancy. I only had my gallbladder removed because I had gallstones, which came from my pregnancy. It happens a lot amongst, you know, postpartum women that get gallstones and then they get their gallbladder removed, and gallstones are really painful when they clog your duct, and that's what happened to me. I haven't had the pain since I had my surgery. That's a big thing that happened with my postpartum, is the surgery and my gallstones. I often forget I even had surgery. That's how recovered I am. Like, I be forgetting I even had it. Like, I see my scars every once in a while, but usually, like, I be forgetting I even had it. That's pretty much that for my stomach. Y'all gonna see the picture, so y'all gonna get what I'm saying. And then my boobs, my tatas, y'all know, yeah, whatever y'all want to call them. I'm childish, I know. But they have also gotten bigger. When I was pregnant, I went up from a C cup to a double D, and I'm still in a double D. They have not went back down, so the big balloons are still in a double D, and I want a boob reduction. I really do. That is it for today's video. If you enjoyed, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and follow my social medias, which will always be on the screen below. And I will see you guys in the next video.